Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Denzel Washington has a new movie out, Gladiator 2, released November 22nd in theaters. In a recent interview, Denzel was asked about a decorated director by the name of Stanley Kubrick. Stanley released most of his films from 1962 to 1975. He dropped a couple of films in the 80s and one in 1999, the year he died at the age of 70. A snapshot of his work includes Dr. Strangelove, The Shining. He did Full Metal Jacket, a lot of stuff that I'm sure you guys are familiar with. The interviewer had on a Stanley Kubrick t-shirt, which he wore assuming that Denzel was a Kubrick fan, which he quickly found out he wasn't. Denzel said, "Man, I'm not a movie buff." How you become perhaps the greatest ever to do what you do and not even be a fan, like really be a real fan of it? Anyway, Denzel said he didn't really start getting into watching movies until he was well into his 20s. Could have fooled the hell out of me. In any event, Denzel said, "Nah, man, I was in the streets back then. Around that time, I was in the streets. I was most likely to rob you when you came out of the theater watching a Kubrick film." Man, I don't know what to make of Denzel right now. Like, he's just sharing a lot. Like, one might say oversharing. I mean, it was a long time ago, and I guess it makes for good conversation. But still, Denzel robbing folks? No wonder he played Training Day so well. No wonder he was so good in American Gangster. Fam, all the time we're thinking that because Denzel is playing all of these honorable characters that it's a stretch and Denzel don't get into no trouble, right? We thinking like when we see him playing something gangster that, oh man, he must have really worked overtime. He must have been really focused. He must have had to visit the hood and go through some extensive training, to be able to deliver those parts all alone. Denzel, a stick-up kid. Or was. All alone. Denzel was a stick-up kid. Who would have guessed? Hey, but fam, you know what they say. Every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. I guess that's what happens when you get to be a certain age. You just don't give a damn what people think. You just let it out. I guess it's therapeutic. Because Denzel also shared that he kissed a man on the set of Gladiator 2. This is something that he said he volunteered it, totally unsolicited. Like, he was like, yeah, I kissed a guy, and they cut out the scene. I hope and I pray. Denzel, my favorite actor of all time. I hope and I pray that Denzel does not do anything to taint his legacy. I mean, I'm so damn glad that they cut that scene. See, sometimes, man, I don't care how good you are at what you do. You can be a genius, but ain't none of us perfect. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God and our parents' expectations. Even Denzel can get it wrong, even when he think he has it right. he can get it wrong. I am so damn glad they cut that scene out because I don't want to have to see that, man. Hopefully, since he put it out there, somebody don't go write a script for him and he pursue that and put that out. I don't need to see that in no Denzel movie. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.